Good evening, and we begin with the best evidence yet that the red-hot real estate market in this province is leaving many people behind. According to a new survey by Century 21, first-time buyers who can get into the market are paying much more and getting much less than they would have just 10 years ago. And forget about the bungalow with a white picket fence. First-time buyers in Greater Vancouver are lucky to find a tiny condo at a price they can afford.
20 or 30 years ago, this cute little bungalow would have been the dream home of some very happy first-time buyers. But times change, and so has the reality of what that dream home looks like.
Are you in the same place, better place, or worse place than your parents?
I would say worse place. Well, they had a bigger house. I've got one in a den, which is about 800 square feet, and I think theirs was probably 2,500 maybe, a big house, 3-4 bedrooms.
You want to work here and you want to live here. You make the necessary sacrifices.
Scores of buyers are doing just that, trading in dreams of a house with a yard for a shared community park, just to have a small piece of Canada's hottest real estate market. According to Century 21, an average Vancouver condo costs $385 a square foot. Toronto's prices are far behind, $100 less per square foot.
The densities have gone up, the square footages have gone down, and certainly you get less square footage than you used to for the money.
We would definitely like to buy, especially with the prices going up, but it's very tough without a down payment, a significant down payment.
And once first-time buyers scrape together enough money for a down payment, it will be for a lot less house than even just 10 years ago. In 1995, a 600-square-foot West End condo cost $150,000. Today, the price is $250,000, even more if you want to live in Yaletown. 10 years ago in the Fraser Valley, an 1,100-square-foot house cost $150,000. Right now, that same house would go for $250,000. And in Kelowna, a first-time buyer in 1995 would have been looking to buy a house. Today, expectations have fallen, with the average new buyer hoping for a townhouse for over $200,000.
I couldn't even think about moving down here right now as far as buying, just because it's so expensive.
And out of reach for so many, even with purchase incentives and the lowest interest rates in decades.
And the sticker shock doesn't end with first-time buyers. In most Vancouver neighborhoods, the average price of a single-family home would stagger a visitor from the prairies. To fracture a famous phrase, $500,000 here, $500,000 there, and pretty soon it all adds up to real money.
So here we are on Angus. This house here is $1.199 million, and it's a traditional character house.
Almost $1.2 million used to buy you a mansion. Now it's the cost of an average home on Vancouver's west side.
Here with a cross-hall plan, and you've got the hardwood floors here, a gas-burning fireplace with character-style mantle.
This house has only been on the market a few hours, and already the calls are coming in.
Today the market is still very hot. Weather's hot, market's still hot. But normally, in July, the market is very slow. People are on vacation, yet in this year, for some odd reason, the market's still hot over the summer, which bodes well for a fall market.
So if this is an average house on the west side, what could a first-time buyer consider? This is one of the cheapest houses listed on the west side right now. It's on one of the city's busiest streets, 1,800 square feet, no backyard, needs a little work, and it's $479,000. Well, if you think that's just the west side, over here on the east side, it's really no different. The average price of a home on Vancouver's east side is now $511,000, out of the reach of most people, let alone a first-time home buyer.
And there was a sale 2 weeks ago on the east side, a character-style house that sold for over $800,000 on a 33-foot lot. And you look at that and you go, yeah, wow, that's incredible. Like, is that going to go up to $1.5 million? I mean, how high can high go?
How high? With interest rates still low, the economy booming, and the Olympics just 4.5 years away, although it's hard to believe, predictions are prices could go even higher. So this average house could one day look like a bargain.